I think the most important recommendation in terms of the Early Child Care and Learning Act and regulation is getting the legislation clear. One of the problems when we reviewed all the legislation, there was language differences between, and terminology. There were some differences in terminology related to food safety among the different pieces of legislation. So it wasn't clear on what the expectations were for operators. So one of the recommendations was that that gets cleaned up. And so it's clear to operators what they are responsible for and what they need to do to protect our children. There was some differences in what people call things. And the word shall was used a lot. So for example, it was not required that operators take the temperature of the food and write it down. So if they're cooking something, they were not required to write that temperature down. So there's no accountability. That is one of the recommendations in there, and that's part of the food safety culture, is that you take responsibility for what you're doing.